Hi everyone, welcome to the tutorial of SPSS. Before understanding the working of SPSS software and using it for data analysis, let us understand what SPSS actually is all about. The software name stands for Statistical Package for the Social Sciences, that is SPSS. It is used for statistical analysis. It can be used by market researchers, health researchers, survey companies, government organizations, students, professionals, etc. IBM SPSS Statistics is a piece of software that takes in raw data and combines them into new statistics that can be used by predictors. SPSS performs calculations for you, but the raw data and which calculations are performed are up to you. So just be careful with the data what you're going to enter. Now that we understand what SPSS is, let's see how the software looks like and what we can do with it. We have IBM SPSS Statistics version number 20 installed on our PC. Just double click on this icon to load the software. Once the software is loaded, we have got two windows in front of us. At the start, we don't need this first smaller window, so we click the cancel button. Now this is the area which we are going to work with. Since the file is not yet saved, the name will be untitled1. Below that we have got the menu bar, which has a lot of menus and options to work with. Below the menu bar we have got the toolbar, which has got shortcuts to the menus. This area almost looks like a spreadsheet with numerous cells, rows and columns. On the left hand side bottom we have got two tabs called data view and variable view. We'll understand one by one what it is. Now what we are going to work is in data view. Each row represents one participant, subject or case. Each column is dedicated to a different variable, type of measurement you're taking from each participant. Now suppose we try and enter some number over here. We enter number 1 and hit the enter button. As soon as we enter some data in a cell, this row and this column as it comes to life. The column name is changed to VAR 00001. This area is only for data entry purpose. That's for the data view. Now we switch to the variable view. Click on the variable view tab and we go on to the next window. This view is used for the properties of what data we are going to enter in the data view. Suppose for data we have entered in the data view, this column VAR 0001. Here we have the properties of that column, that data. The properties are like name, type, width, decimals, label, values, missing, columns, align, measure and roll. We'll look into it one by one. The first property called name. The name property is for the naming purpose of any variable. You should also remember while naming it that you cannot include any spaces or any special characters in it. Also, the name cannot start with a number. So if we want to name this variable, suppose we enter, first we'll try by entering some wrong syntax like entering a space. If we enter this name and hit the enter button, it will not allow to change the name and it will say variable name contains an illegal character. That's because we have entered a space. Now let's try and get into the proper name. This name should be a nickname because this is only for our reference. So let's enter EX1. We hit the enter button and it accepts it. The next property is called the type property. Type property is if you click on this button, the LXC button, you have got a number of variable types, the numeric type and the date format type, dollar property, custom currency or string variable. If you want to select the string variable, you have to also mention the width of the string. That is how long the string variable would be. By default, it takes 8 characters. You can also change it to any number you want, may it be 15 or may it be 20, but for now we are not going to use it, so we'll keep it for numeric and cancel it. The next property is width. Width, as I said, it is used for the string variables, how long the string would be. You can change it by clicking the up arrow and the down arrow. So we keep it the same, the default one, 8. Decimals is used for how many decimal places you want to accept. The next property is the label property. Label property is the name for any variable. Now what's the difference between this name and this name? As I said, this name, the first one, is only for our purpose, our reference. This will not be shown on the output window, whereas this label will be the name which you will be seeing on the output window when the reports are being printed or you want to show it on the screen. Here you can literally write any name you want to enter. Suppose I write my own name. That's my own name. It will accept because it can accept anything, including the spaces and numbers and anything. So instead of this, we write a meaningful name called example 1. So that's all for understanding what data entry we can do. Now that we are comfortable with the view of the software, let's try some example and test it out. We delete what we have entered over here. See, you cannot delete just one case, you have to delete the entire column. So select the column and delete. Here we are fresh into the cells. Suppose we take an example of gender and height.